So there's a base hit there for Van Zuben. So that now hurts Germantown Academy because they had that runner on second. Zakruwich got very greedy and was thrown out of third. They could have had an insurance run here, but instead Van Zuben now has a second single of the day. He's 2 for 3, and that will bring up, I believe, the pitcher, and it will. It's Eddie Copper. Copper stands in, and Matt Long delivers the pitch with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Foul ball, it's 0-1. Could be huge for Matt Long to get out of this. Well, it would be huge. How we started this inning, it was 9-1 and 2 due up for Germantown. DeBartolo popped out to the catcher on a bunt. Zakruwich was thrown out of third after being hit by a pitch and a stolen base. And Van Zuben is aboard over at first base with his second single. Stepping off the rubber is Long. Getting back, though, is Van Zuben. The pitch from Long. There goes Van Zuben. It's hit on the ground over to third. McCord has it. He makes a low throw to first, but it's picked out there by the first baseman, Accord. And that will do it here for the top of the 5th. Good 5 innings there for Matt Long. We head to the bottom of the 5th, 2-1 Patriots. Welcome back here. The stream is working. The audio and video is working as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Patriots lead this one 2-1. Heading back out for his 5th inning of work is Eddie Copper. If you're just joining us, it's been a pitching duel. Matt Long has gone 5 strong innings for the Firebirds. And Copper has gone 4 strong for the Patriots. 2-1 game. Firebirds home opener. They started the season 0-1, but going to try to even their record. Germantown 1-2 coming into this one, but 0-1 on the road. In there for the plate for the Firebirds is Hunter Finlay, the catcher. Next pitch is low. Firebirds had a few guys warm up down there in the bullpen. Once again, warming up in the bullpen is Accord. The pitch is rocketed into left field, but right to the left fielder who shades the sun and puts it away. That's DeBartolo. Very good swing, though, by Finlay, the 8-hole hitter. Having to shade the sun there was DeBartolo, but there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. That will bring up the man of the hour, Isaac Acosta, who is 1 for 1 with an RBI double, gave the Firebirds their only run. That was back in the bottom of the 2nd. 1, 2, 3 innings in the 3rd and 4th for Copper, and he has 1 out here to start the bottom of the 5th. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Really starting to see Copper head in or settle into a groove. A fastball, upper 80s, good curveball, and the 0-1 pitch is inside. It's 1-1. Acosta, the right fielder in today's ball game for the Firebirds. Firebirds trailed this one 2-1 in the home opener against Germantown Academy. Firebirds' next game will be on Saturday, and that will be against LaSalle. We'll have it right here for you on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel starting at 12 o'clock. And there's a strike, a low strike called. It's 1-2. 8, 9, and 1 due up. The 8-hole hitter Finlay lined out on a sharp line drive to left field. There's the 1-2, and it's fouled back. Good swing there by Acosta to protect. Tyler McCord is also due up. He's on deck for the Firebirds. Update in South Philadelphia. Phillies have a 4-1 lead over New York. Told you we'll keep you updated with that game as well, as we're here in the bottom of the 5th here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. And that ball's hit over to the shortstop. Charging is Zakruwich, and he'll throw in time, but it pulled it off the bag. And Zakruwich made a bad throw. And not happy with that result is Garano, as he is frustrated, and that pulled him off the bag. Zakruwich had a lot of heat on that throw, but just pulled off was Garano. Orlando would have got to the fence and maybe could have hit Acosta. We'll see how that score that, and it will go down in E6. So they won't give the error to Garano on the catch. They'll give the error on the throw to Zakruwich. Here's Tyler McCord with 1 out and a runner on, and that's upstairs. It's 1-0. Maybe that's what the Firebirds needed, was to get a runner on and have Copper have to pitch from the stretch. Acosta having himself a good day. Here's McCord, the 1-0. Swung on and fouled to the screen. It's 1-1. That pitch was high. It was a fastball, and it's 1-1. Finlay started this inning for the Firebirds. The catcher, he flied out on a sharp line drive to left field. Shading the sun was the left fielder. The 1-1 is in there for a strike. It's 1-2. So now Tyler McCord behind in the count, 1-2. To Copper, who was in a groove prior to that error by Zakruwich. The 1-2 inside. McCord backs away. It's 2-2. Good game here, bottom of the 5th. Wednesday afternoon baseball between Germantown Academy and your Firebirds. Firebirds trailed this one 2-1, but are trying to find the equalizer. The pitch to McCord is hit in the air down the right field line. That ball's hit pretty well. It's slicing foul. McCord put a good swing on that, but was just a little bit late. And it will remain 1-2. Over to give it a look there was the right fielder Klein, who has a lot of speed. He stole a base earlier today in this game, but just couldn't get to it, and it goes foul. It remains 1-2. Or sorry, 2-2 is the count. Two balls, 2 strike the count. Delivering the pitch is Copper, and Tyler sends one deep in the air down the left field line. If it stays fair, it may be at a chance, but it will go foul down the left field line. Over to chase it and give it a look was DeBartolo, but he'll run out of room as it goes into the bushes. Good battle here brewing for Tyler McCord, the leadoff hitter, as it's a 2-2 count. McCord trying to battle and get on base with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th against a very hard pitcher to hit here in Copper. Over at first is Acosta. He reached on the error by Zakruwich with 1 away. The 2-2 is popped up. Bouchard is over, and he will make the catch. Heading back, that throw gets away. Acosta is running towards second base, and the throw, there will be no throw, as Acosta will take second base. McCord with a good battle does end up flying out to Bouchard. There's 2 outs, but the Firebirds have a runner in scoring position. We'll see if they can cash in. That'll be a P4, and that will bring up senior Jack McDermott. Jack today is 0 for 2. He reached on an error in his first at-bat and also grounded out to the second baseman last time up. Not a huge lead for Acosta over at second. The first pitch to McDermott is outside. It's 1-0. Just need a base hit here to try to get the equalizer here in the bottom of the 5th. Close game between Germantown Academy and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. 2-1. Firebirds trail in this one. They've trailed throughout. The pitch is upstairs. Loud train horn. Maybe giving us a little bit of honk here on the broadcast. It's upstairs. It's 2-0 to Jack McDermott. Two 2-0. Copper sets up. He delivers with a runner on second. And it's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Looking all the way there was Jack McDermott. Acosta at second base with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Firebirds trail 2-1 here in their home opener, starting the season 0-1. Germantown 1-2, 0-1 on the road. And that ball's fouled back. Good hack there by Jack McDermott. A little bit late, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 is hit in left field. That ball's hit pretty well. It's going to get over the head into left field. Heading for second is McDermott, and he'll be aboard with an RBI double. It got over the head of the left fielder, DeBartolo. DeBartolo couldn't see it. The sun has been a problem all day, and that will tie this ball game up at 2 apiece. Good piece of hitting by Jack McDermott. It's the Firebirds' second RBI double of the day, and it's 2-2.
Hey, not too much. Middle of the field.
And looks like maybe fatigue may be starting to set in for Copper, who is here in the bottom of the 5th. He's pitched 4 2/3, but here's the 3-hole hitter in Robbins. The center fielder, bunt is shown. It's down the third base line, getting off to field his position, and the throw is wild. It goes away. Coming home to score will be McDermott. Heading to second is Robbins. What a bad throw there by Copper, and the Firebirds all of a sudden have a lead. It's 3-2. That's just putting contact on the ball. The pitcher had to field his position. A little bit wild there is Copper. He throws the ball down the right field line, and that will do it for Eddie Copper. He'll depart, but he's on the losing end of the stick right now. They will score that in E2 against Copper. Copper will not depart, my bad. They will just use a mound visit. Firebirds have a lead 3-2. Taking over at second base after McDermott scores will be Robbins. And all of a sudden, the tide and the momentum in this game have shifted after an RBI double with 2 outs, a big hit by Jack McDermott. And coming through also for the Firebirds is Aiden Robbins, the sophomore, who puts down a bunt, makes Copper work, and the Firebirds have a 3-2 lead. Copper will stay in this game. He only needs 1 more out, does Copper, to get out of this 5th inning, but now he's on the losing end of the stick. It's 3-2. Coming up now with a runner on second, Firebirds still could use that insurance run as Reese Accord is the batter. First pitch coming, and it's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Firebirds home opener now have battled just to stay in this game after a 2-0 lead to start the day by Germantown. Thought it was going to be an offensive onslaught, but it's come down to a pitching duel, and the Firebirds are leading that right now. Hit on the ground over to shortstop Zakruwich, and it took a bad hop. Safe at first, having to get back, and that ball will get away, and nobody will advance after that. Having to get back there was Jack McDermott. He does, or sorry, not Jack McDermott, Robbins. He does in time. And it was a good hit there by Accord. Bobbling it, though, was Zakruwich. We'll see if they'll give him a single. Now, we don't have an official score, so I'm technically the scorer of that. But I'm going to say because that took a bad hop, I'm going to give Reese a base hit on that one. So runners on the corners. It's still just a 3-2 game. Firebirds, though, are threatening here, and now Liam Parsons will come up to the dish. All of a sudden, Eddie Copper in some struggling waters right here. Firebirds already have the lead. They could use insurance. The runner at first is Accord. The runner at third is Robbins. And the first pitch to Parsons is over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Parsons taking all the way there. Some control issues so far for Copper in this bottom of the 5th. Firebirds started this inning down 2-1. They lead 3-2 against Germantown Academy. It's an 0-1 count with runners on the corners. So far today, Liam Parsons is 0 for 2. He flied out to center field in his first at-bat and lined over to third base in the last at-bat. It's 0-1. Runners on the corners. And having to get back there is Reese Accord. Robbins, the center fielder, with some speed over there at third. Somebody's car alarm has gone off. It's 0-1. It's the sounds and sights of the game. Who would have thought that we had an umpire delay, a train horn, and a car horn all within the last 2 innings? Well, guess what we do. Anybody who owns the vehicle. It's 0-1 is the count. Big lead off at first there. That ball is hit into left field. That will slice down the line. Fair ball hit all the way to the wall. Scoring is Robbins. Heading around third. He will score is Accord. Parsons is looking for 3, and he will get there. Oh, no, Parsons is heading home. Coming through the throw at the plate. Cava throws, and it misses. It's a home run and inside the Parker for Liam Parsons. Cava tried to get the throw in time, but it missed. And it's a inside the park Little League home run for Liam Parsons. And that ball is gone. Parsons has an inside the park 3-run home run, and that will give the Firebirds a 6-2 lead. It was a little chaotic there because the ball sliced down the line. It looked like it was going to head out of play. I thought that Parsons was going to stop at third, but he just kept on running. And it was a home run. Firebirds now lead 6-2 here in this one. And that was a good sight to see. Liam Parsons, the DH, is up there to hit, and he gets a good pitch to hit, line drive. And Firebirds have now busted this game open as they lead 6-2. Matthew Goldenbaum, who has a good day at the plate, he'll take the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. Goldenbaum today is 1 for 2. He has a base hit and a strikeout so far against Copper. And now Copper steps off. It's 0-1. Copper has had a lot of success today. He set down the Firebirds 1-2-3 in innings 3 and 4, but the Firebirds are just one batter from batting around in this inning. The 0-1 pitch to Goldbaum is hit in the air. That's going to come towards us. Watch out. He'll head towards the stands and hit the concrete. Trying to catch it there was a coach for Germantown, but it goes foul. It's 0-2. I was slicing here towards our tent. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will have the next baseball game for the Firebirds. This is their home opener. The next game will be on Saturday against LaSalle. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Good eye there by Matthew Goldenbaum. It's 1-2. Firebirds will take on LaSalle. We'll have the coverage for you at 12 o'clock. Pre-game starts at 11:55. Don't want to miss it right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds trying to even their record at 1-1. The 1-ball, 2-strike pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-2. Shout out to Felix, who is a junior watching at home. So that was an electric inning. It was a very weird play down the left field line. Good piece of hitting, though, by Liam Parsons. Matthew Goldenbaum, the second baseman, now has worked back the count to 2-2. And the pitch swung on and missed, dropped third strike. Not yet applying the, or he did apply the tag, my bad. Thought that the catcher, Decker, did not apply the tag, but he did. Goldenbaum goes down swinging here. He now has 2 strikeouts on the day. But the Firebirds score not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 runs to take a 6-2 lead as we head to the top of the 6th. Welcome back. Your new pitcher for the Firebirds is left-handed pitcher Reese Accord. Reese will take over here on the mound for Matt Long, who goes 5 strong innings. He was able to strike out 6 batters also over his 5 innings of work. Let's see if we have a scouting report here on Mr. Accord. We do not. He has played first base, though, for most of this. And hey, we got Nick, who's joined us over at first base. As we go to the top of the 6th. So Nick will move over from left to first base, Nick Hen that is. And we'll see who will move over to left field. We don't exactly know that yet. We'll get a name for you when we can. Leading off this inning for Germantown Academy, the leadoff hitter for this inning will be the cleanup hitter, Jeffrey Decker. Decker so far today is 1 for 2. He singled in his first at bat, but then popped up to the first baseman in his last at bat. Top of the 6th, Firebirds broke this game wide open in an inside the park 3-run home run by DH Liam Parsons to give the Firebirds a 6-2 lead. Germantown Academy scored early as they scored 2 runs in the top of the 1st. We want to thank everyone for joining us from home. We know that everyone can't be here due to COVID and just due to a busy schedule here on a Wednesday, but we appreciate everyone tuning to us here on the YouTube channel. Believe we looked, we were at around 100 viewers right now. Reese Accord will take over. Batter for Germantown, as I said, will be Decker. Decker, as I said, today is 1 for 2 with a single in his first at bat. Lefty stands on the mound. And his first pitch at the top of the 6th, relieving Matt Long, is fouled off the end of the bat. and Nick Henn will touch it in foul territory. It's 0-1. Update from South Philadelphia, still 4-1. Phillies lead the New York Mets. Aaronola got out of a jam last time we checked. And the umpire is now pointing to something on the mound. Maybe talking about the rubber, it looks like, maybe, or maybe the way he's landing. I don't know. He did deliver the first pitch, which was a foul. It was off the end of the bat by Decker. Decker's probably lucky that that ball did go foul, because if it didn't, it was an easy 3 unassisted. No balls and 1 strike to count. It was a ball. It will be called the ball here. It wasn't on the rubber. It was an illegal pitch, is what we're hearing. Thank you, Blue. So the first pitch is a ball here to Decker. So it's 1-0. Cleanup hitter, don't want to mess with Jeffrey Decker, who is the catcher in today's game for the Patriots. And the 1-0 pitch, that ball's crushed, hit in the air, deep to left center field, and that baby is gone. Home run for Jeffrey Decker. That ball was crushed. It's a 6-3 game, right over the blue fencing, and Jeffrey Decker trying to put the Patriots back in this one. That's a really unlucky pitch there. Got behind after the illegal pitch. It's 1-0. Reese Accord then gives up the home run, long home run to left center field. Right where the fence begins to jolt out. He got all that one. 6-3 game. Decker is on board with a second hit, and it was a big one. Home run. Good thing, though, for the Firebirds, it was only a solo shot. They'll bring up Cole Klein, the right fielder. He's 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Looks like maybe Coach Olinsky is asking for an explanation on that illegal pitch. We will see. That's Germantown's first run since the first inning. Not long, it was in a pretty good groove. And they turn it over here to Reese Accord, who gives up a leadoff home run to start the top of the 6th. Cole Klein steps in, the right fielder, in the first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Firebirds coming into this game 0-1. This is their home opener. Germantown Academy coming into this game 1-2. They are 0-1 on the road. The last game, though, was a win against Devon Prep. They trail here 6-3. The 0-1 is low. It's 1-1. Klein, left-handed batter. Stands pretty far back in the batter's box. In the batter's box. 1 ball, 1 strike. Coming set is Accord, and his pitch is in the dirt. It's 2-1. Six to 3 game if you're just joining us in the top of the 6th. Firebirds with a big explosive 5-run inning in the bottom of the 5th, but Germantown responds with a leadoff home run by Jeffrey Decker. The 2-1 is popped foul. Will hit the top of the cage, and it's 2-2. So now Accord will try to sit down Cole Klein. It's been tough to do that today. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Matt Long struggled with it. We'll see lefty-lefty if Reese Accord can do that. 2-2 count with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Stepping off is Accord. Reese Accord, sophomore. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. On the lefty, Klein. Lefty-lefty. Accord delivers. And that ball is hit down the left field line and will head towards the bleachers, over the bleachers, and a foul ball. 2-2. Good battle here for Cole Klein. Battling, try to keep his count alive and try to get on base here to mount a rally for Germantown. 1 run already in for the inning. And the 2-2 called. Strike 3. Good pitch there by Reese Accord. And first out here in the top of the 6th. Coming out to have a quick little conference will be Finlay. Finlay will now head back here. After that strikeout by Klein, that will bring up the second baseman, Bouchard. Alexander Bouchard. So far today is 0 for 2. He grounded out into a 6-4-3 double play back in the first and flied out to the right fielder back in his plate appearance in the 4th. That ball is hit on the ground but hit off the cage. Tyler McCord will pick it up and give it back to his pitcher. Reese Accord wants to work ahead here. He's done so far. 0-1. 6-3 game. If you're just joining us, Germantown has one already in for the inning here in the top of the 6th. 6-3 game. The 0-1 pitch. Good eye to lay off that for Bouchard. It's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Want to thank everybody for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Next game on Saturday will be against LaSalle. We'll have coverage for you. Game starting at 12, post game at 11:50, or pregame starting at 11:55. The pitch from Accord is fouled into the mitts of Finlay. Or sorry, it was hit off the mitt of Finlay, and will head down the first base line. Nick Ken over to pick it up. So Accord ahead in the count. Big news of the day was, well, the two doubles, one by Isaac Acosta, the other one by Jack McDermott. But the big blow to Germantown so far was the home run by Liam Parsons. Accord comes set. Lefty versus righty matchup here. Accord now does come set. And the pitch to the second baseman, Bouchard. It's hit on the ground over to third. McCord sits back on it, now charges. His throw over to first is a perfect one. And there's two away here in the top half of the 6th. 5-3 for the putout on Bouchard, and that will bring up Joey Cava, who today is 0 for 2. Cava has not swung the bat well at all, 2 strikeouts, but he's made 2 phenomenal defensive plays over at third base. Both of them robbing the Firebirds of runs. 6-3, Cava. Not exactly dirty, not exactly having a dirty uniform because he's been sliding into bases after hits, but sliding, making fantastic defensive plays. And the first pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-0. Cava at third base today for Germantown. As I said, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th, 6-3 game. Good job for Accord to bounce back after the leadoff home run by Jeffrey Decker. The 0-1 swung on and missed. Accord comes set. His pitch. It's hit on the ground over to third. McCord couldn't get it. It's a fair ball down the left field line. Heading over to pick it up will be Liam Parsons, and he'll get it in, but too late. It will be a double for Joey Cava. So he breaks the 2 strikeout streak with a double here to keep the top of the 6th alive. Good piece of hitting there by Cava. It just kind of waited on it there, and it was an off-speed pitch by Accord. And good piece of hitting there by Cava. Heading out to the mound now will be Finlay to have a quick conversation with Accord, who's given up 2 hits, both extra base hits. That will bring up Rafi Garano, who's 0 for 2 today with a ground out to the second baseman and a strikeout in his last appearance back in the 4th. Garano will start here. Garano is a junior for Germantown Academy. Runner in scoring position here in a 6-3 game here in the top of the 6th, 2 outs. Accord delivers, and his first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Garano, the first baseman today for the Patriots. Still Phillies lead 4-1 in South Philadelphia against New York. The pitch, Accord comes set, and swing and a miss. Swinging for the fences there was Garano, and he puts it right past him. Off-speed pitch way too early, way too out in front. Now Accord trying to leave that runner at second base. That runner is Cava. Not amazing speed over there at second base. Garano versus Accord. Accord comes set. The payoff pitch, lefty versus righty. We'll have to wait as the umpire calls time. It looked like that Accord wanted to pick off, but decided not to. By the way, as I said, Liam Parsons will take over in left field. Nick Hen moves over to first. Accord comes set, trying to leave that runner at second base. The pitch to Garano. Swung on and missed. Reese Accord gets him. Down, swing and a miss for Garano. 1 run on 2 hits. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 6-3 lead for your Firebirds. Welcome back here as we head to the bottom of the sixth. New pitcher in for Germantown. But number 3, let me match that with a name real quick for you. That'll be Logan Woodward. The righty will come in and do the pitching. 6-3 lead for the Firebirds. Woodward, right-handed pitcher, is listed as a sophomore. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Firebirds. It will be Hen, Finlay, and Acosta. Here to start the bottom of the sixth. Firebirds with a 6-3 lead. It was a good job to respond there, to at least get one back on the home run by Decker. Boy, did he crush that one to left center field. Again, so Germantown is on their second pitcher. Woodward takes over. It's a good time to remind you to like and subscribe. The next game will be on Saturday against LaSalle. That game will start at 12 o'clock right here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. You don't want to miss it. Pre-game will start at 11:55 on Saturday. So Woodward takes over here for the bottom of the sixth. He'll pitch the bottom of the sixth. Nick Hen, the lefty, will lead it off. Hen today is 0 for 2. He grounded into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat and struck out in his last at-bat, both against Eddie Copper, who did go 5 innings today for the Patriots, but struggled to get out of that fifth. First pitch is in there for a strike. Woodward delivered that pitch to Nick Hen. He was the left fielder, moves over to first base, as we talked about a little bit of defensive positioning there for the Firebirds. The 0-1 pitch to Nick is upstairs. It's 1-1. Woodward seems to like to throw the fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Still a 4-1 game in South Philadelphia. Phillies have the upper edge against the Mets. Big swing and a miss on a big hack by Nick Hen. It's 1-2. And this is the Firebirds home opener. They come into this game 0-1 with a 7-1 loss against Haverford. Trying to even that record today and get back that win there. The 1-2 in the dirt. It's 2-2. Germantown comes into this game 1-2. They lost to Friends Central High School in a blowout 9-1, then lost to Monsignor Bonner and Archbishop Prendergrass High School 4-0, and they won their last game against Devon Prep 2-1. The pitch to Nick Hen is in the dirt. Good eye by Nick. Nick Hen working back the count, battling here with Woodward. Woodward again a sophomore, Nick Hen a junior. Again, a beautiful day for baseball, not a cloud in the sky. 69 degrees at the start of game time. We're at that right now. Winds about 10 miles per hour. The pitch is popped up. Left side, over to give it a look, and he will have room in fair territory, and that is Zakruwich, and he'll put it away. The shortstop runs all the way into shallow left, 1 away here in the bottom of the sixth. Go down as a P6. That'll bring up Finlay, Hunter Finlay, the senior, number 33. Righty will now step in. Finlay today is 0 for 2. First at bat, he grounded out to the third baseman, Cava, and in his last at bat, he flied out to the left fielder, the Bartlow. He swings at the first pitch and hits one on the ground over to third. Cava has it. His throw is way high, and it sails. Having to touch the bag is Finlay, and that will be an E5. Third error of the day committed by Germantown, 2 by the shortstop Zakruwich and 1 there by Cava. Cava made 2 great defensive plays, but struggled to make a good throw there. The Firebirds will pinch run, so Finlay, the catcher, comes out of the game. And coming in to pinch run here, we don't have a name. We have no name. Not sure who that is either by looking at him, but we have a pinch runner over at first base for the Firebirds. Here's Isaac Acosta against Woodward. Acosta is 1 for 2 today with a double, but he's reached both times. He reached on an error last time. He had that big RBI double to give the Firebirds their first run. Firebirds lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the sixth. Could always use some insurance runs. Big home run by Liam Parsons for the Firebirds. A good home run also too by Jeffrey Decker. That was for Germantown. First pitch is, that was called a strike. Thought it was low. It's 0-1 to Acosta. They will play Acosta with the hole on the right side due to the first baseman covering. The 0-1 to Acosta. It's hit on the ground over to second base, and it gets right through the hole between the shortstop and the second baseman. Stopping at second is the runner which I do not have the name for, and there's a base hit for Acosta, and he's 2 for 3. So Acosta reaches, and now there'll be runners on first and second with still only 1 out. That will give it back up to the top of the lineup against Woodward. Here's Tyler McCord. McCord today is 0 for 2. He has a walk, but also has a pop-up to the pitcher and a pop-up to the second baseman. McCord facing the righty Woodward. Woodward comes set. The first baseman will play in front of the bag, and the pitch hit him. So McCord takes a hit off the back, and the bases are loaded for the Firebirds. McCord heads down the first. He's on base for a second time today as he's hit by the pitch. Heading down to second will be Acosta. And that will bring up the senior, Jack McDermott, with a good chance. Ducks are on the pond as the bases are loaded. Here in a 6-3 game, they will play the infield in, so Germantown will try to cut the runner off at the plate if it's on the ground. Maybe a little bit of a bloop single here for Jack. First pitch is high. It's 1-0. So now Woodward needs to find control of the plate. He hit McCord. McDermott. The 1-0 pitch with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. He swings and hits one into center field, a base hit. 1 run is in. Coming around second is Acosta. He will score, and Jack McDermott has his second double of the day. It's an 8-3 game for the Firebirds. Jack McDermott with back-to-back doubles now, as the runner for Finley will score and Acosta will score. Moving up to third base is McCord. McDermott pulls into second with his second RBI double of the game. It's 8-3 Holy Ghost. That will bring up Robbins. First pitch to Robbins is low. It's 1-0. Still Ducks on the pond to be cashed in. Firebirds lead by 5 here. Robbins today is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a pop-up to the shortstop, and an error, which he reached on. That was to the catcher, who threw it away. He swings at that pitch and fouls one. That will head towards somebody's car. And we didn't hear any windshield breaks, so that's a good sign for everybody here, regardless of the score. 8-3 game. Woodward on the mound, trying to leave these runners at second and third. 1 out inside. Robbins, the center fielder. Again, 8-3 lead for the Firebirds. This is their home opener. We'll have action for you right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel on Saturday against LaSalle. That game begins at 12. We'll have pregame coverage for you here at 11:55. The pitch upstairs. Philly's still winning 4-1 in South Philadelphia. Aaron Nola on the mound for the Fightins, doing a pretty good job. Here, though, it's Woodward on the mound for the Patriots. Robbins. There's a strike. At second base is the senior Jack McDermott. At third base is the junior Tyler McCord. 8-3 game here. Lots of extra base hits recently, especially for the Firebirds, who have bursted open after trailing in this game through most of the game. Foul back. Fouled off the plate, I should say. Germantown comes into this game 1-2, 0-1 away from their home stadium. Lost to Friends Central, lost to Monsignor Bonner, and they won against Devon Prep 2-1 in a close pitching game. For the most part, their game, 2 of the 3 games have been close, but they were blown out in their first game against a 3-0 hot starting Friends Central. That's in the dirt, and there's a walk, and the bases are loaded once again as Robbins is aboard with a walk. So that will bring up Reese Accord, the pitcher who gave up the home run last inning, to Decker. Can he get some revenge and get some in for himself here? We would like a big old grand tater here. Bases are loaded. Accord at the plate. And there's a strike. Thought it was a little bit low, but it's called a strike. It's 0-1. Accord today is 1 for 3 with a single, a fly ball to the center fielder, and a line out to the third baseman. That was in his first at-bat. The single was most recently. The pitch is upstairs. It's 1-1. Way to hold that swing back. Bottom of the 6th, 8-3 game. We'll see. Most likely Reese will go out to pitch the 7th. The 1-1 to Accord with the bases loaded and 1 out is inside. It's 2-1. The infield is in once again. The only runner who's not on, or the only, well, now all fielders come to touch the grass. The 2-1. Upstairs, it's 3-1. Good eye. There's nowhere to put him. Woodward knows that. Here in an 8-3 game. Firebirds trying to score some more. A little insurance never hurt anybody. After all, I've watched Nick Pivetta and Vince Velasquez pitch the last couple years. Here's the pitch to Accord. Inside, ball 4, and that will walk in a run. Good at bat by Reese Accord, helping himself out, and he's on base for the second time today. Everybody will also move up a base. Tyler McCord is in to score. It's 9-3. Jeffrey Decker will head out to have a quick conversation with the pitcher Woodward, the sophomore, who's in some struggles here. One out here in the bottom of the 6th. The bases are full of Firebirds, and that will bring up Liam Parsons. And do we have to remind you what we did his last at bat? No, we don't. Well, I'll do it anyway. Home run last time, Little League inside the park. Home run there. It was a fastball which he just got on top of and ripped down the left field line. He swings again, trying to repeat that home run, but he misses this time. It's 0-1. Parsons today is 1 for 3. Of course, that home run, he also lined out to the third baseman Cava and flied out to the center fielder. Bases once again full of Firebirds. Already a couple runs in here, and there's the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Woodward has fallen behind a lot of these Firebirds hitters. The only batter who's made an out was Nick Henn, and that was to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Parsons swinging to duplicate that home run. Got to keep that head in. It's 1-2. Again, Germantown still playing with the infield in for the most part. 9-3 game here in the bottom of the 6th. Firebirds home opener. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball blew it right by him. Woodward was not able to find the plate for the batters before that, but he finds the plate to Parsons. And the Firebirds have now bat around after that strikeout, as Matthew Goldenbaum will be the 9th hitter to come to the plate in this inning. 9-3 lead for the Firebirds. Goldenbaum is 1 for 3 today with 2 strikeouts and a base hit. He swings at the first pitch and hits one in the air down the right field line. Klein is over, and he will make the catch. Cole Klein puts it away, and that will do it for the Firebirds half of the 6th, but they lead at 9-3 over Germantown. Probably going to come in and pitch the 7th will be Reese Accord. 9-3 Firebirds. Well, the Firebirds head out for the top of the 7th, trying to close it out here. 9-3 lead for the Firebirds. Firebirds, let's take a look at the game recap so far. The game summary. Germantown jumped out to a 2-0 lead after 3 singles in the first half off of Matt Long. But Matt settled in here. He went 5 innings in this one. Only gave up those 2 runs. A starter for Germantown was Eddie Copper. And he had a really good start. Only gave up 1 run through the first 4, but then got battered around in the 5th. And the Firebirds took a big lead then after the home run by Liam Parsons, the inside the Parker. And then the Firebirds struck for a couple more there in the bottom of the 6th, and they lead at 9-3. The Germantown got their 3rd run in the top of the 6th. That was a home run, a crush shot to left center field by Jeffrey Decker. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Germantown. We'll see if they make any substitutions. DeBartolo, the left fielder, will lead it off. Firebirds trying to get their first win on the season here in the home opener. Phillies still lead 4-1 in South Philadelphia. As we head to the top of the 7th. It was a beautiful day for baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon. Next game for the Firebirds will be on Saturday. There will be a home game once again right here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus against LaSalle. Again, the game will start at 12 o'clock. Don't want to miss it. Right here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. You can listen on your phone. You can listen on your iPad. And if you have Xfinity with the Xfi remote, you can just speak into it and say Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel, and it will pull up the game right for you. So it's convenient. And we hope that we could work through the technical difficulties that we had in the beginning of the stream. And it's been going pretty well, though. The camera's working. Shout out to Matt, who's done a fantastic job working the camera. And shout out to everyone who's made this possible. Mr. Asani, Mr. Jacobs. We've been doing the basketball games and the lacrosse games. And we start a baseball season here. New pitcher for the Firebirds. Try to close this out will be Matt Goldenbaum, who moves from second base. He'll move to the mound. We'll see who the second baseman is. And Jack McDermott will stay at short. And we'll see. It looks like Liam Parsons may move over to second base. He will. So Parsons moves over to second. McDermott stays at short. We'll see who the left fielder is with Goldenbaum coming in to pitch here at the top of the 7th. Again, 9-1 and 2 will be the left fielder DeBartolo, who will lead it off for the Patriots. DeBartolo so far today is 0 for 1. He popped up to the catcher in his last appearance and also walked in his first appearance. Goldenbaum, the sophomore, will try to get the Firebirds through an easy 7th inning as they lead 9-3. Hopefully it'll be easy. Go home and get some dinner here on this Wednesday afternoon. First pitch to DeBartolo is in there for a strike. Want to get ahead here. Goldenbaum with the, looks like the blue glove. It is indeed the blue glove. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, high fastball. DeBartolo had no chance of catching up to that one. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good crowd on hand. If you couldn't join us, though, we do appreciate you watching. And blew it right by him. Matt Goldenbaum, 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Adios. One away here in the top of the 7th. I'll bring up the shortstop, Zakruwich. Zakruwich today has been hit by a pitch twice, and his only other plate appearance, he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That one's high. It's 1-0. So Goldenbaum will have to have a little bit more control. Fastball running a little bit high right now. Was lucky enough to get DeBartolo to swing through a couple there, but falls behind Zakruwich 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. Good amount of heat behind that fastball for Goldenbaum. You can hear it really pounding the mitt. The Firebirds also did take Finlay out of the catcher position. He may be the left fielder. We'll see who is in left field if we get a chance here in the top of the 7th. The 2-0 is fouled back, swinging 2-0, and it's 2-1. 9-3 game. If you're just joining us in the last, hopefully the last inning of this one. Top of the 7th. 9-3 game. Big home run inside the Parker by Liam Parsons. 2 RBI doubles by Jack McDermott. And that's how the Firebirds have gotten a majority of their runs. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Also had a chance to get to call my first home run that's been over the fence, and that was unfortunately, though, for Germantown. Jeffrey Decker. Was a very good hit ball, though, by Decker. Give him credit on that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. 2-2. Goldbaum comes set. His pitch hits him. So Zakruwich is hit for the 3rd time today. He's going to need some ice, especially because it looked like it's hit him in the same spot, but no pitches have been extremely hard that's gotten Zakruwich, but he's aboard. He did steal second base his last time, so watch to see if he steals here. 9-3 game, though, they may not cover the bag. We'll see. 6 runs, pretty good lead for the Firebirds. Frederick von Zubin, the center fielder, is now up to bat with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and a strikeout. Single in his last plate appearance. Not a huge lead for Zakruwich. We'll see if he steals. He does not. The first pitch is high and outside to von Zubin. It's 1-0. After this game, I think we will, of course, wrap up the score. We'll stay probably a couple minutes after the last pitch and just wrap up the game real quick and just set up for the next one. The 1-0 is in for a strike. It's 1-1. Firebirds home opener, 0-1 coming into the season, or coming into this game. Have a pretty good lead here, 9-3. The 1-1 pitch to von Zubin. A little bit high, it's 2-1. Goldenbaum missing a little bit high with some of his pitches. 2-1 count, 9-3 game. Top of the 7th against Germantown Academy. They're 1-2 to start the season. The score holds this way, they'll be 1-3. There's a balk heading over to second base. Will be Zakruwich, so he doesn't have to steal this time. He just jogs over to second base. At the 2-1 count to von Zubin. There's a balk by Goldenbaum. The 2-1. Ball is hit in the air. Tyler McCord thought he had it. Now the shortstop, that's Jack McDermott, says he's got it, makes the catch. McDermott puts it away for the 2nd out. That play will go down as a P6. So Zakruwich stays on 2nd, and that will bring up the last hope for Germantown. And it was the pitcher, who I believe will still hit here, Eddie Copper. Copper will hit here with 2 outs and a runner on second. Copper was the starter today for Germantown. First pitch from Goldenbaum is in there for a strike. It's 0-1, and we are just 2 strikes out from going home and eating some dinner. It's 0-1. Phillies lead this one 4-1 in the 5th. No balls, 1 strike, calling time there. Might have been the catcher, or it might have been Copper. 2 outs here. Runner on second is Zakruwich. He was hit for his 3rd time today. The 0-1. Swing and foul back. It's 0-2, and Germantown is down to their last strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Goldenbaum works ahead here. Runner on second, 9-3 game here in the top of the 7th. 0-2 count to Copper, who is 0 for 3 today. The pitch. Upstairs, it's 1-2. That one had a good amount of heat on that one, but missed high. It's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Goldenbaum trying to write the story and slam the door on this one. 9-3 game, 9-3 lead for the Firebirds. The 1-2. Ooh, that was a close pitch, but it misses according to the home plate umpire. It's 2-2. I think that might have been strike 3. But we won't argue with the man behind the plate, I guess. It's 2-2. Yeah, that pitch looked like a good one there. Fastball. Looked like on the inside corner there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count to Copper. Goldbaum. Set. Swing and a miss. Goldenbaum slams the door. And the Firebirds hold on to win this one 9-3. There wasn't a doubt. The player of the game for the Firebirds, I think, well, really, Liam Parsons was one of the players of the game. We'll give 3 players of the game. Liam Parsons would be one of my players of the game. Jack McDermott would be my second. And I think that Matt Long, I think that he deserves the 3rd star of the game there. He had a really nice pitching performance. After giving up 2 runs in the 1st inning, he battled back to go 5 strong innings. Firebirds win this one 9-3. The Patriots fall to 1-3, 0-2 on the road, and the Firebirds improve to 1-1. The next game for the Firebirds will be on Saturday against LaSalle. That will be right here, game time at 12 o'clock. And we'll have pregame for you at 11:55. Thank you all for tuning in here on this Wednesday. Thank you to Matt, our cameraman. Firebirds get a much-needed W here, 9-3. They win the home opener, and it was a fantastic game to watch today. The weather was beautiful, not too much wind. There was not a cloud in the sky, and it was a great game to watch, a great experience. And the Firebirds, after trailing through most of this one 2-1, come back and have a good, strong 5th and 6th inning. Firebirds win this one 9-3. I'm David Chepansky, and I appreciate everyone watching. Go Firebirds, and have a good night.